Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Star Thief by Lindsey Becker. I received The Star Thief in my Owl Crate Jr. unboxing, which I'll leave up in the card symbol if you want to check it out, but it came with some really cool extras like this notepad that has different constellations on every page. So obviously this book is going to have something to do with constellations and the sky. It follows this girl named Honorine, and at the beginning of the book she works at this mansion, and when she's there she sees these people sneak into the mansion and are trying to steal stuff from it. She ends up following them around and trying to see what they're doing, and then gets caught up with them, and she finds out that they are the crewmen to this steamship that is going around and is looking for something in particular. This book is set in the 1800s, maybe the late 1800s, so the vibe of the book is a historical steampunk setting. Honorine finds out that there's this conflict between the constellations, which are called Mordants, or Mordants, don't know how to pronounce that, and these humans that are on this steamship, and they've been going at it for quite some time, and she is now in the middle of it and having to figure out what side she wants to be on and who she can trust. As usual with my book reviews, I'm going to go through my pros, go through my cons, give you my rating, and be done. My first pro for this book was that the action starts off straight away. I think within the first 10 pages I was completely hooked because things were happening at such a quick pace that I immediately got into the story and got invested in what was happening. So it was a really fun adventure straight off the bat from like the second page to the very end. I also liked that there was this huge theme of trust and how trust is something that you earn, it's not freely given, and so the characters are having to earn trust from each other and are having the other characters prove that they are trustworthy to them as well. And just because you demand that someone trusts you doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to. I also like that in this book there is a theme of doing the right thing even if it's not the popular thing to do. Doing the right thing when people are not supportive of you. For instance, if you trust someone and they've done something and you don't agree with it, you don't automatically follow them and doing the exact same thing that they're doing, you forge your own path. Obviously this is a middle grade book, so it has a lot of friendship messages going on and how you can accomplish a lot of things as long as you have friends supporting you and all of that stuff. Friendship is a pretty common theme in most middle grade novels, and so I liked that it was also included in this one. I really enjoyed learning about this world with the Mordants and these people that know that the Mordants exist and all of the different constellation slash Mordant powers. I just really liked learning about the magic, the world, and the characters. And the last pro that I'm going to talk about is that I liked the steampunk vibe. It had a lot more inventing in this book than I thought it was going to. Because one of the themes that happened later on in Owl Crate was gizmos and gadgets, I assume that that one is going to have a lot of inventing, stuff like that. But this one had a lot. Like, the main character is very inventive, and I really appreciated all of her inventions and her ideas and learning about the different things that they've made. I just realized that there wasn't any pictures in this book, but I could picture everything very well in my mind, so that just, I guess, is another pro that I threw in there at the end. Now I'm going to talk about some of my cons. I think one of my pet peeves with books is the you don't understand or you don't know this thing, but I'm not going to tell you until you absolutely need to trope. And it's like if she knew everything and someone told her everything straight off the bat, then she would have been a lot more informed and be able to make better decisions, but she's not, and it kind of makes sense, but it's still a little frustrating when you just want them to stop keeping secrets. Sometimes I don't really love that, and it made sense for this enough that it didn't really detract too much. Another trope in here that I don't like is the bad adults, how you can't trust the adults in your lives, not trusting your parents or not trusting people around you, and I'm over it. And the last con that I have for this book is going to be that there's a lot less mythology in it than I thought there was going to be. With constellations, most of the constellations are all based off of mythology stories, and so they all have backstories and how they ended up becoming constellations and all that stuff. This takes a different twist on the constellations, but I figured that some of those mythologies and some of those stories would still come into play. There are some that are talked about in here, but not many, and I just kind of expected there to be more. So overall, I really enjoyed myself while reading this. It was so fun, so quick-paced. It was a great adventure and so many great inventions. So reading this was definitely a pleasure, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. So that's going to be my review on The Star Thief by Lindsey Becker. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you've read this book. Are you interested in reading it now? Have you read anything where the constellations come alive and play roles in stories? If you have and you would recommend them, let me know those down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time.